Hello everyone, welcome. It's Barb Reed, the Wexford Stamper, and I'm here for another Wednesday evening video. I hope everyone is doing well. Hello from cloudy South Carolina. A little cloudy. We had a little bit of rain, but it's nice and cool in the 80s for the rest of the week. So we're pretty excited about that. That is like fall in South Carolina. So we're really excited. Hi, Mary. And Leo, if you stay put, stay awake. Hi, Anne, and Deb, and Kathy, and Mary. Hello. Joanne, nice to see you. I'm not seeing my messages up here on my iPad, so I'm gonna have to look up to the side a little bit to see messages. So if you see me look over there, that's what I'm doing. And so, hello, welcome. Tonight, as you know, if you read over the information, we are going to be, oops, no wait, there we go. We're going to be using the All About Autumn suite and making some more pretty autumn projects. Hey, Jean, you made it. Oh, I hope you do. I love it. That's my hope for all the projects, that you're going to love them, of course. Oh, you got your pouch. Excellent, Mary. I hope you love that as well. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. I've got loads of peeps here waiting to go. So let's talk a little bit about our project first. We are going to be making this card this evening, and this uses the All About Autumn paper, which sadly is not available now, but will be available shortly, and I'll keep you posted on that. And this is a bookbinding card. I've made this before, mostly with this hinged part to the left, but I thought it would be a great idea to try it on top. And that's what I went with. And I'm using this really pretty, this is Moody Mauve. It's a new color with the refresh of the colors. And it has a little bit of the foil, the copper foiling in there. So I thought that would be a perfect paper to use. And of course, hey, it wouldn't be a Barb Reed Facebook Live if we weren't making a 3D item, right, you guys? So this is what we're going to be making this evening. Such cute little die cut leaves. I just love this. And I'll talk a little bit more about what's inside here. But let's first talk a little more specifically about all the products that come in this All About Autumn suite. We have this lovely photopolymer stamp set. It's got some nice leaf designs and veins that you can double stamp and put the veins on the inside. I know, that's why, Jean. I just had to buy a bunch for my kits, and I'm glad I jumped in and did it quickly because it was gone in a day. So I was very fortunate to get that. But yes, it is gorgeous paper. So we do some 2 layer stamping with this if you'd like to put in the veins. And then here is the die cut set that comes with it. So we have the die cuts that are cutting out the veins and the large leaves, but then we also have some smaller die cuts that you just can use independently of stamps and have lots of cute little leaves patterns there. All right, and this is the paper that Jean was talking about. Amazing. It's gorgeous. There's several sheets that have like photographic paper, and it has beautiful scenes from the fall. It has pumpkins and beautiful fall scenery and leaves, and it even has some books and some leather and some dried leaves. Just really, really pretty. But then you flip it over, and it uses the colors from the suite, and then has a little bit of the copper foiling on those pages. And that's the paper that we're going to use this evening. And then there are some cute little embellishments, these little speckled adhesive dots in the colors for the suite. Really, really pretty. As well as the ribbon. They have a ribbon pack with the thicker natural ribbon, and then the thinner that is a copper ribbon, very shiny and pretty. So, oh, amazing, beautiful, beautiful stuff. So yes, so that's what we're going to be working on today. And as you know, there will be a PDF available on my blog as soon as we finish up this evening. And you can go to my blog at, finding the right button, thewexfordstamper.blogspot.com. You can find this and all my other projects there. And if you click on the blog post and just scroll down a little bit, you will see the video as well as a link for the PDF. So that is available for all projects. And if there, for any reason you might have a question about anything, you can always contact me through Facebook, whatever works for you. Okay, so let's put this aside for now. And we're gonna bring in our projects again. First thing we're gonna do is work on this little treat box. Howdy, Renee. Nice to see y'all down up there. I'm gonna use my southern drawl tonight. I haven't really gotten one yet, but hey. So this is our box for this evening, and it has a belly band, which I always love. And then you just open it up, and out comes a cute little pumpkin brownie, perfect for the time of year. So we're gonna slide that right into the box, and then we just close the flap down and slide our belly band. Belly bands are great if you don't feel like tying a ribbon around it, you don't feel like using a little piece of Velcro to close it or a magnet. Belly bands are awesome. So had been a while since I used belly bands. So this is what we're gonna work on. And these are the brownies. These are available in any grocery store, Target, Dollar General, you name it, okay? These are available and very inexpensive, less than 50 cents a brownie. So a really cute, adorable gift you don't have to spend a lot of money on. Okay. You are very welcome on those PDFs. I'm glad you guys like them. They help me too, because I've always been kind of I need it written down in front of me, you know, rather than listening and watching. I like to have it down in front of me so that I can more carefully look at all the measurements. All right, let's put the card aside for now, and we're gonna focus on our box. All right, let me get the pumpkin brownies away here before I eat them all. And the first thing I'm gonna do is gonna bring in a piece of Moody Mauve cardstock. This is a brand new color, gorgeous color, really, really great for the fall season. And you'll notice that the paper here that I'm going to be using on both project here is Moody Mauve as well, but has that beautiful copper foiling inside. Not inside, but on it. And on the back of this, we have the regular paper, the photographic paper, and this is a piece of with the kind of the weathered wood. So it's just really, really pretty. So I know I hadn't used the Moody Mauve in any of my projects so far, so I thought that would be a good one to do for today. All right, my piece of paper here is, and I'm just checking, is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Yes, just wanted to check so I wasn't using the paper for the card and getting a messed up box. All right, and I'm gonna grab my cute little template here, and remember this will be available on the PDF as well, so you can kind of see once you remove all the excess cardstock with your snips what it will look like. But let's go ahead and bring in our trimmer and scorer, and we're going to go ahead and start on the long side. Okay, the long side, I'm going to go ahead and grab my bone folder. We're going to go at 2 1/4, 3 1/8, 5 3/8, 6 1/4. Let me go ahead and grab that quick. 6 1/4. All right. Oops, don't take that away yet, Barb. Now on the short side, we're gonna be at 7/8, and since it's 7/8, I'm gonna go to the right side of the channel. It's easier to see and easier to score. That's 7/8. And then the next one is going to be 4 5/8. 4 5/8. Hope everybody's doing well. We are settling in nicely here in South Carolina. All right, so I have all my scoring done. I'm gonna go ahead and keep my bone folder and carefully fold and crease on all my score lines. Has anybody put in an order yet for some goodies? And what have you bought? What are some things that you are really loving? Let me know. All right, so that's done with that. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab a snips now. Okay, now remember, here is our template. So I'm gonna be taking this in the portrait position with the 2 thinner panels at the top. Okay, so let's go ahead and on this top portion, I'm gonna turn it towards me. Why don't I do that this way then? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and work on the panel end first that has the 2 thinner two thinner panels. I'm gonna go to the first, on the right, the first vertical score line, cut up 2 horizontal score lines. Then we're going to cut off that bottom square, and then this one is going to create our tab. Okay, and that tab is going to fold over once we put our brownie inside. Same thing from the left. First vertical score line up through 2 horizontals, cut off that bottom square, and then create your flap. Okay, now the bottom, let's turn it this way. These are going to be much more simple and what you're kind of used to for boxes. You're just going to snip up to the first horizontal score line on both these lines and then make it into a little flap. Let's turn it this way, same thing. And now we've got a match. Very simple stamping, very simple cutting for a box. Okay, just a little tricky here because these flaps kind of face a different way. They kind of go up and these go out. So just be careful when you're putting it together that you think about that. All right, let's put away our template and bring in our goodies for the box. Okay, we're gonna take a piece of paper, the DSP that I was talking about. This is in the Moody Mauve and it has the gorgeous copper foil in it, and we're going to place that on this panel down here because it's gonna, once the box is put together, that's going to be on the front. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my glue. I am excited to get started. Once I get these this kit out, my next 2 kits are going to be Christmas cards, and I've actually already designed the Christmas cards. Really super excited to share them. And so I will be launching those boxes probably next week, the end of next week. I'm hoping to get the ones out this week. There was a little bit of a holdup with some of my materials, so I didn't get it out quite when I want to, but it's gonna get out soon. All right, so I have that one covered with the paper. Then we're gonna go to the side that has the 2 thinner panels, and then I'm gonna place that on there. Okay, so that's all we need to do, and now all we're gonna do is go ahead and put the box together. Now these tabs up here do not get any glue on them, so don't put glue on those tabs. We're just going to put the glue on these tabs here. Okay, now I am going to go ahead and glue these tabs to the back section of the box, and I'll explain why in a little bit. So you're going to fold that down, and you're going to line up the fold with the edge of the side that's connected to the back section of the box. So it's this part here that we didn't put any of the paper on. Same thing on this side. We're going to, oops, get that out of there. We're going to fold it down and then line up the edge with the fold. Okay, so we got the back of the box ready. Now we're going to fold this part down in the front and over. Okay, so we need to put some glue on the outside panels that are next to the front panel. Okay, I'm going to fold that, and then I'm just going to go ahead and squeeze both sides. And that's how quickly your box comes together. Let me get my bone folder so I can get in there and make sure that's going to stay. That's the box. It's almost like remember when we used to have cassettes, ladies? This is almost the size of a cassette tape box. Little smaller, but it's that kind of a design. All right, let me grab one of these. They get 5 brownies in a box, and it's just over $2 for a box. So we're going to go ahead and put the pumpkin brownie right inside the box, close the box, and then the flap comes right over the front. All right, now we're ready to make the belly band. Let me grab my paper here. And this is the belly band, and the size of the belly band is 1.5 by 7.5. Okay, now some demos will show you where to score so that you can get it to wrap around snugly. I just think that's kind of hard, and I don't like hard when I am doing my stamping. So what I do is I put the belly band down on my work surface, and I lay my box right in the center like that. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my tearing tape, because this is one of my favorites for holding belly bands together. Many people like to use it for box making. I kind of like to use glue, but hey, whatever works for you. I'm going to go ahead and use the tearing tape for that. So on the top, you're going to put a piece on this side, and then on the bottom, you want to turn it over and put a piece like that there, so that you have it gluing together on the front. All right, let's go ahead and bring this in as we were before. We're going to fold it around the box. So we're just going to go up and make just a little bit of a fold so you know where that is. And then you're going to come across the top, and you take your finger and kind of rub along there. And that kind of tells the paper where each of those corners are that it's going to be making. Same thing on the bottom. Up, keeping your box nice and straight, and up. Then I'm going to take my box away. I'm going to grab my bone folder again, and I'm going to give these folds a nice crease, so they'll look very nice and neat and clean when we put the belly band together. Okay, and it gives you a chance, if your belly band's a little off, you can slide a little bit, because you always want your strip to line up. There we go. So there we go. There's our belly band ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this in. I'm going to grab my pick tool and take off the strips. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to bring it up and around to the front. And you don't have to worry that that line is there. If you look there, you can see the line where it overlaps, because our embellishment that we're going to put on the front is going to cover that up. So no worries on that. So, okay, next, let's go ahead and grab our next item. How about we do a little bit of stamping? Oh, where did I put my stamp set? I forgot to get my stamps out. That's okay, we can still work this out. Grateful, thankful. I'm gonna get my Moody Mauve. I know I have lots of patient stampers waiting for me. Let's see, and I'm gonna grab my Moody Mauve. Okay. Just when you think you have it all figured out and you're prepared, huh? Okay, for this one we need the I Am Thankful, and we're going to use this, let me get my, this strip is 5/8 inches. Okay, I'm going to be using the I'm Thankful sentiment. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that using my Moody Mauve. There we go. Put that over there for now. And what I did with this one, I just did a diagonal, just for grins. If you like it straight and the corners nice and square, you do you. Okay, but I was going for something a little different. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I kind of felt the vibe of the cursive writing, I guess. And I kind of followed along with that. Maybe that's what I'm going with, my theory. Okay, so I have that ready to go. Then I'm gonna bring in some other things that I've already cut out and are ready to go. Look at these leaves. Can these be any cuter? These are the die cut leaves. Now I've used crushed curry, and I've used pumpkin pie and the Moody Mauve, but they're just adorable. They would be so cute just kind of sprinkled on a little area where you have some decorations and things. They're just so cute. I also cut out a 2-inch circle, and then I used some of the copper, the copper, deoxidized copper. It's an extra pack of paper that comes with this. You can kind of see what it looks like. I use that as my scallop. And I am doing a really bad job explaining that. Let me grab my book, because I didn't really talk about this at the beginning. Okay, this is all the materials that come with the suite. This is the one that I didn't show you a picture of, didn't talk about. This is the deoxidized copper 12x12 specialty paper. Okay, so it's in Pretty Peacock and in copper, and then it has the copper foiling over it, and you get 4 sheets for $8. So very pretty. Another way you can add a little bit of shine to something. So that was one that I had forgot to mention. So that was the oxidized. So that's what this is. Let me show you a little closer if I can. Not sure I can really show the shine off that good, but it's a little weathered and it just fits with the suite. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go put some glue on the back of the 2-inch circle and place that layered right onto my scallop. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and take my I'm Thankful and place that right across the center using some dimensionals. Here we go. We're going to put that right across the middle. There we are. Now I'm just going to go ahead and add some of the leaves. Okay, and they're all going to need a little dimensional on the back. You might need to cut with that tiny leaf. Okay, so this one I'm going to put right, kind of tuck the stem beneath and just put it like that. Then I'm going to take this tiny guy and I'm just going to use the edge of the dimensionals and just cut off a tiny piece, because you know I'm going to use every inch of these dimensionals, but they're great for the smaller pieces, especially if you put it in the middle of the piece. There we go. And I'm going to take that backing off, and that I'm going to just place like that. Okay, so I'm just kind of making a little arrangement of the leaves on the front little embellishment. And then lastly, our cute little oak leaf. Somebody helped me last week and told me that was an oak leaf. So there you have it. Isn't that pretty? So simple to put together. And now we're going to grab the dimensionals one more time, grab 3 of them, and we're going to put them right on the front of the box, just like that. Okay, I can grab my pick tool and remove the backings on these. And then we're going to add the belly band embellishment. There you go. Isn't that so pretty? This would be great for like a little place setting if you want to make something for a Halloween event. I remember when my girls were younger, we always had the pilgrim, I mean, not for a fall event, Thanksgiving. We always had the pilgrim meals that we had to go to and things. This would be a really cute little gift, little table favor. So that's how easy that comes together. Super, super easy. All right, thank you, Renee. Now we're gonna move on to the little book binding card, and this is real easy as well. Okay, so this card opens at the top and it has a 1 1/4 inch hinge on it. Okay, so when you open it, your inside insert is only going to be 4 by 4 instead of the usual size. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with that. And what I did is I cut a piece of the Moody Mauve. This time I had to cut it, yuck. This time I had to cut it at 4 1/4 by 11. Okay, then I scored it at 5 1/2 and 6 3/4. Okay, then you're going to go ahead. First thing you're going to do is take your glue and glue down that little hinge that you created. So you just put it on that small area between the center score line and the other score line, and then you just push it down like that, and then you create your book binding card just like that. Real simple. Okay, then you're going to grab your pieces of designer series paper here. Let me check my notes here so I can tell you what the sizes are. 4 by 4 and 4 by 1 are the sizes of the paper. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put glue on the back of this piece, and this is going to go right in the larger panel on the front, and then this piece is going to go on the top. Oh, you did? Yes. And they taste good too. You know, you think, oh, they're cheap, they probably don't taste good. No, they are good brownies. They are Reed family approved. So there you go. So there is your card front before starting any of your embellishing. Isn't that just gorgeous? Very, very pretty. Okay, now I did some pretty simple decorating, but let's go ahead and do our stamping first. On the card, this card, I'm going to put with a grateful heart, and that is from the Autumn Leaves stamp set that comes with the suite. then I'm going to grab my Moody Mauve again. And I'm going to stamp that right on here. This, let me give you the strip. I know I have it written in my notes, but this one is 3/4 of an inch. Okay, 3/4 of an inch strip. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp on there. Okay. And I'm going to make my little flag on the side. Now the way I do that with just my snips, I'm going to snip here to get started, just giving myself maybe 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch there. Oh yes, I taste test all Little Debbie's, so let me know if you have any questions about any of those. Okay, I'm going to snip in there like that, and then I'm going to snip from the bottom and the top corners to create the little flag. And there is your cute little sentiment. Now let's go ahead and put on here the other parts before we get to finish off with my sentiment. Okay, I cut out first a circle using the layering circle dies, and let me measure the size of this one. This is a 2 3/8 inch circle of Moody Mauve. Okay, and that we're going to put right down here in the right hand bottom corner. Okay, so let's go ahead and place that right there in the corner. All right, next what I did is I took a piece of that gorgeous deoxidized copper specialty paper that we talked about before, and I cut out 2 things. I cut out a leaf, and then I cut out the little veins. Now I don't think I've shown you one of these cut out, but this is the veins for the leaf cut out. Okay, now I cut them in the same color, so they're not going to stand out that way, but just to have the difference in, you know, the texture and the depth, you're going to be able to see some dimension on the card. So before I attach the leaf to the card, I'm going to go ahead and attach the veins to my leaf. And I'm not going to go real crazy with the glue. It's a really skinny little vein. And you really don't want to put any glue down on this part because that is the stem. And that doesn't really glue to anything. If you put it on there, it would glue to your workspace. So, and then I'm just going to gently press it down on my leaf. And there, that will give your leaf a little bit of texture, make it look very realistic. I think that's just very pretty. You could also put a black, use your basic black for the veins. Whatever you feel. But yeah, really the veins really make them look really realistic. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the leaf and I'm just going to adhere it flat down onto that circle in kind of a diagonal manner. Okay, so just a tiny bit of glue with the stem facing into the corner. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down just like that. All right, now we're ready for our sentiment, and that is going to go right up about here. All right, going to need dimensionals for that. Hey, yeah, I know Kathy was on there. I thought Kathy just jumped on, but you've been on the whole time. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place this about halfway up the leaf, like that, so you can see a little bit on top and on bottom. And I'm going to bring in a crushed curry little maple leaf, just like I used with the box. I'm going to grab one more dimensional, and I'm just going to place that on the front of the card like that. All right, last but not least, a little piece of the black baker's twine. We're going to place a little black bow. I chose black so it would stick out a little bit and we'd be able to see it. I'm going to go ahead and get my glue dots. And I'm going to place the bow right onto the glue dot so that the knot of the bow is right on the glue dot. Take my pick tool and go under the glue dot to pick up everything, hopefully. Yes, it worked. And then I'm going to go ahead and just place it here on the left-hand side of the sentiment. And that's it. How's that look? Really, really cute, huh? I know. I was like, where can I put it so it'll still show? But yes, it is awful to have to find a place to cover the beautiful paper. All right, so there you have it. Oops, let me finish up one more thing that I forgot. You're gonna wanna go ahead and grab a 4x4" piece of the Very Vanilla, and that is going to be your insert for your card. Almost forgot that. It's a little different size just because of the bookbinding design that we made tonight. Okay, and that goes right there, and there you have it. So that would be a great little surprise on somebody's desk or in their mailbox during the fall season. So I hope you love that project and we'll give it a try. And if you do, please let me know by posting it on the VIP page. I'd love to see your versions of your project. So that is all for this evening. I am hoping to do one more fall project next week, and then, believe it or not, I'll be starting on the Christmas projects. So also be looking out in the next couple of weeks. I'll be doing a unboxing of the next 2 Christmas card kits. So it's pretty exciting. I've got them both done, and you'll get if you buy both of the Christmas kits, you get a special handmade gift from me. So keep on the lookout for that. I will be posting an event when I do the unboxing. So keep an eye on Facebook for that. All right. Yes, it was great to view your name too, Kathy. I miss you guys. I hope everybody's doing well up in Pennsylvania. So I will see you again next Wednesday. And until then, happy stamping. Bye-bye.